But I do want to say, I guess, this. For me, I don't think there's a distinction between personal responsibility and collective responsibility, because it is out of a sense of duty and personal responsibility that we give up our weekends, that we give up our early mornings to go out and be part of a big movement. It's not to make ourselves feel better. I mean, with respect, it's just kind of an Ayn Rand formulation that all altruism is really about yourself. It's not. It's because people feel deeply, deeply, passionately and concerned about the big challenges of our time. My 6-year-old talked to me about drought and climate change the other day. He's not doing it out of a sense of wanting to feel better and have his neighbours like him. He's genuinely concerned about this. That is your minute. And that, well, can I say, the people in the AYCC, the young Australians who spend their weekend often protesting me, fine, thanks guys, you're still great. They're not doing that because they want to be liked by their neighbours. They're doing it because they have courage and they have the commitment to do it. And that's brave.
All right, we're going to move on. We've got so many questions.
But to go back to the question of what's the difference between toxic masculinity and masculinity, it's toxic masculinity to tell boys that they must be providers, that it's somehow weak to stay home with the kids, that the men who take a year off to look after children in early childhood are somehow lesser than men who are out there aggressively fighting for their career. These strict gender-based roles damage everyone. I was a mother.
By the way.
The problem that I have with kind of structural rigidity of gender roles for men and women is that they hurt men and they hurt women. They hurt both. They hurt the men who want to stay home longer with their kids. They hurt men in real physical ways, because we do have a problem in this country where women are more likely to be the victims of violence at home. Men are more likely to be the victims of violence in public. But in both, the common factor is it's men committing the violence by and large, not exclusively, but by and large. And so these rigid kind of ideas of masculinity hurt everyone. And so when we talk about feminism, when we talk about changing those structures, it's to create an equality for the benefit of everyone and to get rid of some of the things that hold everyone back.
Do you want a brief response to that?
It wasn't Jermaine Greer that said it. He said, when you remove from a man the right to stand before his family as a breadwinner, and people will say that's patriarchal.
That's your minute, by the way. So
all right, well, I'll shut up. But the removal of meaningful work amongst especially unskilled men has a political consequence, and it's been washing through the American system.
But we also need to not assume that everybody else is personally victimising us for our beliefs all the time. Like, what I'm hearing from you guys is that a lot of people in this audience feel personally victimised by feminism. I don't feel personally victimised by anti-racist movements, even though I'm a white person, because I know that it's not about me personally or what I've done. It's about trying to change structures so that people get more freedom and more equality in our society. And so if we could all stop taking everything so personally and just listen a bit more, then I think we'll do a little better.
Catherine.
The questioner's point about can you believe in the inherent dignity of human beings if you don't believe in God? You absolutely can. And there's a great secular humanist tradition that says that people are inherently valuable because they are people, and that you can do the right thing because it is your moral duty to do the right thing without that moral duty being conferred upon humanity by a God. And I want to do the right thing because I believe that every person is as valuable as me and that they deserve that I treat them well, and that it is my duty as a human to other humans to seek to meet that moral standard.